Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time to spend a little time with me. I always appreciate that. And what we're going to take a look at here, we're going to look at the roster, man. We're going to look at the starters as I'm going to scroll through the guys that you are more likely familiar with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then we're going to take a deeper dive, look closer into the guys who are on staff. I keep saying staff, guys who are on the roster. This is going to help me decide, man, who I might want to target, who I might want to keep, after preseason, as well as I'm going to allow these guys, their play and their performance to determine who I want to keep. And I also will be taking a look at each position to see, who might be a scheme fit, before changing the scheme. The scheme right now, as you can see, there's the multiple power run with 75%, meeting the, basically the percentage of guys who fit the scheme, and that's pretty high. It's relatively high, so we're going to keep it like that. And like I said, we'll dive into these guys as we look at Joseph Cheek here, a backup right guard. Looks like, his biggest attribute would be power, and that power is what's allowing him to meet the scheme. So let's take a look at some more of these guys. Let's take a look here at same guy here. I didn't even realize I was looking at the same guy, but that's Joseph Cheek again. And like I said, he's a 58 scheme fit. We'll take a look at Matt Filer here. Matt Filer is a 69 power, and that also is allowing him to fit the scheme. So, got to keep an eye on things like that. 6'6", 330, 26 years old. Could be a guy we might be able to build up, and, it could be signable going forward. And as you see, David DeCastro, he's a 95 power, 95 pass protector, and 93 agile, which is going to be huge, for certain type of run plays, where he's pulling and things of that nature. So that's what you want to pay attention to as you're building your staff. And I don't think, man, just because a guy is not a scheme fit, he can't work for you. But obviously the way the schemes are working now, those who are a scheme fit, will be able to, get higher chance or higher XP on the back end that, will potentially give you more skill points. So as you look at Big Ben right there, 88 field general, 88 strong arm, 85 West Coast. So clearly, you understand why Big Ben's rating is what it is. And it's funny right here, man, we take a look at Stevan Ridley. He's a 68 power back, rated an overall 68 because of that. That's his highest attribute. And this is what, he's bringing to the table as a power back as well. That's where he's going to fit the scheme. We look at James Conner. James Conner definitely, exceeds Ridley at the moment, a 73 overall. Looking at where he's at right now, we could increase all of that. We can get his elusive back up and things like that and develop this guy into a very good or a very solid and, a solidified running back. So if we take a look at the defensive side of the ball, we're just going to scroll through the roster here just a bit. You see guys like Morgan Burnett is a scheme fit. TJ Watt is a scheme fit. Bud Dupree is a scheme fit. Artie Burns, Cam Hayward. And look at the defense. 34 base. We are 96% scheme fit. Can't beat that. The rookie draft pick Dale Terrell Edmonds is not a scheme fit. So like I said right now, man, in this particular video, I'm just showing you basically the roster, and I'm showing you the, some of the attributes and player types or player arcs, for the guys who are a scheme fit. There's Joe Hayden, a scheme fit as well, and Brian Allen. This is a guy I want to work on, man. Look, only 24 years old, 6'3", 215, a 69-man coverage. So let's keep an eye on him as we progress through the season. I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep him on my 53 to see if we can make him into a solidified press corner or a man corner. Look at Joe Hayden, man coverage right there, 85, 83 slot, and an 83 zone. Very good stuff right there. TYSON ALUALU. He's a run stuffer, 77 with run stuffer, being a run stopper, power rusher, 77. You need some work with his speed rush. And Joshua Frazier, another rookie here out of Alabama, 22 years old, 6'4", 315. And you can see he's a run stuffer, so we're going to definitely try to increase and work on that attribute. There's Cam Hayward right there. He's a monster across the board. Power rusher, clearly fits his style. Let's take a look at LT Walton here. A 71 overall power rusher. So he has a lot of room to grow. As you can see, his his speed rushes all the way down in the 60s. So coming over here to the cornerbacks, man, if you look at Artie Burns, 81 man. So clearly, man is where we're going with the base 3-4. That appears to be, what's drawing a lot of these guys to being a scheme fit. Morgan Burnett, his run support is allowing him to be a scheme fit. And I want to work on that hybrid. See, the hybrid is at 84. I would definitely want to work on that and make him more of a hybrid type of safety, which is what he's advertised to be as well. In the real world, looking at Bud Dupree, power rusher, only a 72. Got a lot of work here to do with Bud Dupree, to get this guy up to where he needs to be and make him, somebody that's very useful in our scheme and what we're trying to do on defense, as well as Anthony Chickillo. And I think Chickillo, I could probably work on his speed rushing as well. So that might be where, I spend my time with him to make him more of a speed rush guy, being is that, most of us who know the Pittsburgh Steelers, we know that Anthony Chickillo does have a great first step, and he's combative, with the hand fighting. So I might want to turn him into a speed rusher just to see if I can do it. That'll be an interesting, little thing right there, in a little interesting goal that I can shoot for. And Marcus Allen, from what we're hearing about him coming out of college, he's, in the box type of safety. His run support there is a 67. I have a long way to go with him. 6'2", 202, only 22 years old if I'm not mistaken, or maybe I read that wrong. I just glanced at it. So I definitely want to work with him as well. Now just, rounding it out here, guys, with the special teams, nothing really special or important here. You saw the kicker there, but we are going to go to the specialist. You see Mike Hilton is already slated as the slot corner, as he should be. There's Cam Sutton. Bud Dupree, the rush left end. And TJ Watt is going to be the right rush in. And what I'm probably going to do is switch these guys like they've done in the real world. Bud Dupree now, primarily plays on the right side, where they're going to have TJ Watt play more on the left side. So I'll probably end up switching their positions, as we get this thing kicked off. And Morgan Burnett is going to be the sub linebacker. Then they also got Vince Williams. And they got Terrell Edmonds. Now, Terrell Edmonds, I'm really going to work on because I want him to mainly play my sub backer. I would rather have, Morgan Burnett and Sean Davis play on the back end in sub packages and put a guy like Edmonds inside of the box. So that gives me a goal to shoot for as well. So that's what I'm liking, man, with them incorporating schemes and, trying to add a little more depth. I say trying because it's still not where it needs to be. We all know that there's a ton of things that we still would prefer to see going forward, with Madden in terms of the franchise mode. There's so much more immersion that they could capture. But I think this gives us, a little something to build on, man. It actually gives me something to work on and a goal to shoot for and trying to build a team customized the way I want it. So we'll see how this race goes. So there you have it, guys. Just breaking down the roster a little bit. I believe the next thing that you will see out of me pertaining to this franchise is the preseason game against the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think I'm going to post it on Thursday. That'll be, cool with the actual game being on Thursday. So look out for that. But yeah, like I said, guys, ton of content coming for franchise mode. I have a lot, to bring to you guys, and I want to keep this as engaging and, as entertaining as possible. So bear with me, guys, as we get through this video. We'll bring you the next one, which should be the gameplay. All right, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button, hit the like button, and we'll catch you in the next video. Until next time, let me know what you think. Peace.